I am so glad you're here for this episode because I am breaking down the power of creating a life where absolutely everything feels really good and puts you in the energy of being in your best flow, your most magnetic, creative, abundant self. What that looks like, what that feels like, and what happens next when you're in total alignment, and how you can do that in your life today. Check it out.
This is a mindgasm on alignment, and I'm recording this from my car, and I'm having so many downloads and breakthroughs and clarity, and there's just wisdom and writing and content and knowledge just pouring out of me through me. I had to record this, and I'm not 100% sure where it's gonna go. I'm gonna channel this one for you guys, but what I have to say is that the absolute most fucking important thing is being in full alignment. The key to everything that you want, uh, it's showing up for you, you being able to receive it, to enjoy it, is about being in alignment. And I know that I talk a lot about feeling good and having fun and being in your pleasure. And yes, this is a thousand million billion percent incredibly important, but those are the signs that you are in alignment. Those are the energies flowing through you and the experiences that you get to put yourself in and be in when you are in full alignment. Because literally, when you are aligned, you are an open channel. That means that there's nothing blocking you or getting in your way. And for most of us, we have limiting beliefs or old pain or ways of reacting or thinking about the world or showing up or not showing up that are putting us out of alignment, that are literally getting in the way, blocks, kinks, rules, things that we're not allowed to do, ways that we feel stuck or trapped so we don't show up as our full authentic selves, that are stopping us from being in the flow. And I'm sitting here driving and I'm recognizing that the past 24 hours for me have been this incredible just experience. And I could tell you what I've done, right? It's not like, I didn't do any drugs or like necessarily like travel to some astral plane. This is all three-dimensional, like me living my life stuff. But these past 24 hours and more, really, just have been so full of me making every single choice that is just about being a fucking full-bodied yes. Everything that I've done has been a full-bodied yes, from the people that I've hung out with, to the outfit that I've worn, to the schedule that I've been on, to the food that I've put in my mouth, to the way that I showed up in a conversation as a leader, and the way that I set boundaries, and who I allowed myself to, who I allowed to speak to me, and who I decided I didn't want to, like, and how much fun I had. Like, all the things that I said yes to were things that just filled me the fuck up, and they were full-bodied yeses. There was nothing that I did and continue. This is the way that I'm living life. I'm only doing things that are full-bodied yeses for me. And if they're not full-bodied yeses, then I'm either delegating, deleting, deferring, or do not do not doing it, right? And living this way is like, it puts you not only in this incredible energy, but like, just imagine that the only things in your life are things that you are 100% a fuck yes for, 100%. And if they're not, it's okay. And you don't have to do those things, or at least you don't have to do them right now, or you can find the way to make them a yes or work. Like, if you're just always in your yes, that means that you're feeling amazing, right? And that means that the things that you're doing are amazing things for you. And that means that you're getting energy from all those things. And when you're getting energy from all those things, you have energy. You are creative. You are passionate. You are feeling really good. You feel powerful. Like, and you become this magnet. Like, this you're just in like your most powerful, most amazing energy. And we can choose to put ourselves in situations that give us that. We can choose to be around people that give us that. We can also choose to say no to the things that don't give us that and find other solutions or other timelines or other people, right? And I just wanted to remind you that you always have that choice, right? And we think about healing and we think about pleasure and we think about all these things. And I want us to continue to unpack and explore and experience all that. But it all comes down to this very simple question, which is it in alignment? Am I aligned with this? Is it aligned with me? Is it aligned with how I want to live my life? And just being conscious and understanding that if it's not, then inviting it in or just going along with it means that it's either not going to feel good or it's not going to be in flow. It's not going to feel easy. Like there's going to be a kink energetically, right? And we always have ownership of if we want to do it, if we are going to do it or not. And a lot of people don't understand that, right? They say, I have to work, I have to pay my bills, I have to, yeah, yes, and right. I talk about that there's so many different versions of the truth. There's no one absolute truth, right? There's so many different ways to get yourself in alignment. Like you guys, I'm sure all know my taking out the garbage story, right? Like I am fully in alignment. My body is a full body yes with taking out the garbage. Now, does that mean that like I have some weird kink about like being around garbage and smelly garbage and all that kind of stuff? Like, no, absolutely not, right? However, I've tapped into the satisfaction. I have tapped into the full body yes for me of taking that smelly trash bag and pulling the drawstring and tying it up and taking this gross, dirty thing out of my house and the way that it feels to put it in the can on the curb and putting a fresh, clean bag, spraying Lysol on the garbage can. Like I've created a situation of alignment and tapped into the full body yes for me in taking out the trash. But something like cleaning the bottom of the sink, it's hard for me to do that and I don't want to do that. And sometimes I will. Sometimes I'll make a full body decision and then I'll do it. But I'm making that full body decision. I'm not a victim, right? And I know we're talking about cleaning the bottom of the sink, but right, it's not like, oh, I have to. Oh, nobody's gonna do this if I don't do this. Like, oh, why is it always me? I'm gonna, if I'm cleaning the kitchen, do the dishes, and I want to finish, and I want that satisfaction, that full body yes of finishing, I'm gonna do it. And if I don't feel like doing it, I'm gonna delegate it. I'm gonna ask Dan. I'm gonna delete it. He's one of my D's. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking to somebody this morning. I was talking to one of just my best friends after our dance this morning, and she was telling me about this opportunity that she had for her company to partner with this other woman and how lucrative it would be and all the opportunities and like the potential that she was seeing, like how she could go all the way in her career, but she wasn't sure. Like it wasn't, she wasn't sure if that's what she wanted to do because she already has financial freedom and time freedom, and she wasn't sure if she wanted to like complicate her life. And I told her, I was like, look, I was like, unless it's a fucking full bodied yes for you, don't do it. Even if there's a million good reasons why you should and $1 million that you can make and the fame and whatever, don't do it. And don't do it until it's a full body yes. And if it's not a full body yes ever, there's a reason for that because there might be something else, or because we're living in this way of being very discerning and intentional and conscious with how we want to live our lives and the life experience that we're having. And it's the difference between being in a zone of competency and a zone of genius, right? And there's a lot of things that we are capable of. There's a lot of things even that we're good at and or can be better than other people at, but you're never going to be in your zone of genius. You're never going to be living a life that is a full 100% yes if you're doing things that aren't a full yes to you, because then you're always sacrificing, you're always martyring yourself, you're always giving something up, you're always saying yes to something that you don't want. And a life that has things in it that you don't want is not a hell yes life, is not a full-bodied yes life, is a life that is out of alignment. And so your job, your personal responsibility, your fucking golden ticket opportunity is to just find the ways and the places that you're out of alignment and learn how to bring that alignment in so that you are in flow, so that things do feel good. And that could be the thoughts that you could think. That could be the way that you treat yourself. That could be the responsibilities that you are partaking in. That could be the job that you have. That could be the way that your relationship dynamic is set up. It could be the way that you're dressing. It could be the things that you're doing in your everyday life. Like, there's so many different opportunities for you to look at and start making these tiny little tweaks, saying yes or saying no, letting go of things, and just looking at it through the lens of, is this in alignment for me or not? Is this a hell yes for me or not? And knowing that if it isn't, you have options. You never have to. And once you give yourself that freedom. And once you do the things, you put yourself in your yes places and you remove yourself from your no places, the energy that will be in your body is magnificent, is magical. I don't know if you can feel my vibe and my energy right now, like, but I am just next fucking level. Like, I have been in this car ride, voice noting and channeling, like, I have written, well, verbally anyway, I'm driving, I'm not actually writing, I was just voice noting myself, but like all of my content for the next 2 weeks in less than 15 minutes. And what's interesting about that is I have been carrying around a journal with me in my purse for some reason for months, the same journal, and I never open it. I don't know why, it's just always been sitting in my bag. And I opened it the other day. I was like, why am I carrying around this journal? I'm not journaling. And it's mostly blank, but I opened it, and the first page of the journal is from February of 2023. And for those of you that don't know, I had an incredible, I is it a dark night of the soul? Is it like a just I just felt so lost. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know if I was on the right path. I felt like giving up. I felt like nothing was working for me. My friend actually that I was having breakfast with this morning, we were talking about how what a huge turnaround I've had since then. And so of course I was carrying around this journal and this reminder, and I'll send you guys a picture of what the journal says. But ultimately what it's saying is you're doing things that aren't working. And it's time for you to simplify. It's time for you to drop all the things that are not working so that you can have a business and a life and a relationship and everything exactly how you want. That is your next level. And that's the invitation that I'm sharing with you. That's what this transmission is about for you. It's an invitation to step into your alignment. And it's an invitation also to find, again, the easiest, most aligned ways that feel good for you to do that. And you can do that. Everybody can do that. It doesn't matter if you are at your job that you don't like, or if you're in your relationship that still has problems, or if you're not the weight that you want to be, or whatever is going on. You can make those changes. You can bring alignment into your life, into every aspect of your life in the tiniest of ways, but it all comes back to saying yes to what feels good, to what you want, to what feels right and true for you. So, how can we bring that knowledge into our consciousness moving forward? I really am so curious and excited to continue and deepen this conversation with you in our work together, because everyone everyone can do this. This is a reminder as much as it is a transmission and a sharing and a point set, right? I want from this moment on, from the moment that you listen to this Mindgasm recording, for you to start asking yourself, is this in alignment for me or not? Knowing that the more in alignment you are, not only the better it is for you, but the better it is for absolutely everyone around you that gets to be blessed to be in the energetic presence of what you're going to be putting out. whether it's from your creativity or your kindness or your generosity or just the full fucking essence of all of who you are, the magic of who you are, how everyone is going to benefit when you are showing up like this, truly as your best, not because you have to be your best or because you're not good enough now, but because you are totally fucking free. You are giving yourself full fucking freedom, and it will transform your life. It will model, it will be such a fucking healing model for everyone around you. And you just, it's not even that you are worth it or you deserve it. It's just so possible for you. It's so possible for you. And I want you to know that and own that and step into your alignment and be looking for the ways that you can make it the most aligned alignment, the easiest alignment, the most yes alignment for you.
Okay, so if you listen to this mindgasm and you were like, yes, finally an answer that I can work with and that helps me move forward, then I want you to shoot me a DM right now on Instagram at Michelle Kanan, that's my name, and let me know. You know, we often think our problems are so big or so unique, but after over 12 years of mentoring and coaching hundreds of amazing women, I have a lot of really simple tools, mindset shifts, and incredible rituals and guidance to give women like you that want to keep moving forward. So let's have an awesome conversation. Relationships are so important to me. And when you shoot me a message, I'm going to give you a free gift too. Yeah. So find me on Instagram, Michelle Kanan. And I'm also on Facebook, Michelle Kanan as well. And I'll talk to you soon. Stay tuned for more.